Hi guys, Dr. B here. So today's lecture video is very short. It's about phase diagrams. This is referring to state phases of matter, so solid, liquid, gas. Make sure you guys pay attention to this video. You'll have to do something regarding it, but you have to be able to interpret it, and that's the important thing to keep in mind. So here we're looking at a phase diagram and a heating curve. So the phase diagram is the one right here where it says phase diagram. And on the x-axis we have temperature in Celsius and we have pressure in atmospheres. So we'll talk about that after we're done with this slide. So on the x-axis we got temperature, on the y-axis we got pressure, and all it's saying is that for this given compound, whatever it is, it can exist in any of the phases of matter, solid, liquid, or gas, depending on the pressure and the temperature that substance is at. For example, at a temperature of, say, 200 degrees Celsius and a pressure of 50 atmospheres, this particular compound will be in the solid phase. Okay? But let's say that the pressure drops down to 20 atmospheres. Now it is in the gas phase. That's all this is really telling us. Similarly, if we are here at 700 degrees Celsius, it's really, really hot, and a pressure of 660 atmospheres, we are in the gas phase. But if we increase the pressure to, say, 90, we are in the liquid phase. This right here, this blue dot, this is the triple point. A triple point is a temperature and pressure in which this compound is able to exist in all three states of matter. Please pay attention to that. I'll show you a video when we're in class, but the triple point is the specific pressure and temperature at which this compound can exist in all three states of matter, and you'll see why in that video. So for this triple point, it looks like it's about 50 atmospheres and 350 degrees Celsius. Not too bad. This heating curve, again, it's talking about, again, the three states of matter that we're going to focus on. Solid, I'll use a different color. There you go. Solid, liquid, gas. You notice that on the x-axis now we have heat being absorbed, and on the y-axis we have temperature in Celsius. So it's not really flipped, but at least the y-axis is now temperature and the x-axis is heat absorbed. So here you notice that the temperature changing, obviously, temperature is changing, it's increasing, if you will, to be able to change it from solid to liquid to gas. And these right here, you can call this the melting. This is where it starts melting, this is where it starts boiling. So again, it's kind of self-explanatory, but it's important to keep these things in mind. Like what's happening here, as even though it's melting, it's technically at 0 degrees Celsius. So this is probably water. It's at 0 degrees Celsius and it's melting, but the temperature does not change. So heat is being absorbed here and the temperature is actually staying the same. Also, if you look at boiling as well, the temperature does not change, but it is absorbing heat at that particular temperature. So the last slide, information slide, I guess, for this lecture is just getting some more detail about what pressure actually is. But we'll talk about We'll talk about it more when we talk about gases later on in the school year. So pressure, just the general definition, it is the force that is applied per unit of area. So one of the units of pressure is actually atmospheres, ATM. at sea level, which we technically are at, the pressure is 1 atmosphere or 760 millimeters of mercury. Excuse me, which is also another type of unit for pressure, and this is actually the pressure that they use in blood pressure. So if your blood pressure is 120 over 80, it is like 120 millimeters of mercury over 80 millimeters of mercury, for example. And I want y'all to just kind of think about it really quick, like this definition. Just think about that in terms of like why somebody's able to get to lay on a bed of spikes as opposed to step on one single nail, all the type of stuff. That's just kind of think about that, which will pop up. This will pop up again later on the school year. But anyway, alrighty, very good. Okay, guys, so this is the end of the lecture. Everybody be safe, keep up with your work, and hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys at school. Bye.